fuck shit up.
Whole table goes down. Dude, I did fuck up this morning bad. Watson's going to be really mad at me.
Why?
I sat down. I made some coffee. Made a pot of coffee. I sat down to start rereading a bunch of stuff about the Mothman. And I put my arm down with my coffee cup like this. I was on the couch. And I went to go lift my arm up, but something happened. I don't know what happened over here. But the whole cup of coffee spilled upside down onto the fucking couch cushions. My white couch.
Oh, shit. She's got no clue.
And fuck no, I ain't saying shit. I'm hoping I'm gonna switch some cushions out, and then I'm ordering some fucking 6% hydrogen peroxide, and I'm hoping that I can get this fucking stain out. It's big, dude. It's like it's big. And the funny shit is, we just got a new couch cushion for the other one because they told us that the covers were machine washable. They are not.
I thought this motherfucker was about to say he just flipped the cushion over and was like, call it even.
Well, it's one of the end ones with the arm.
Ah, so you can't.
So I had to switch the
Both of
two.
them.
But the other one's recognizably fucked up. So, we'll see how that goes.
No way we're going to win this battle.
Right now, there's a blanket over the stain. We'll
I tell
see
you
how
what,
long I
man.
can keep it there.
This might be a short episode because I don't know what Watson's up to, but if she comes home, I'm running out this fucking house.
Oh,
She's
you're
like,
gonna, you're gonna hear some yelling.
she going to be like, where the fuck Steve going? Be like, man, I got to go. I got shit to do. Busy life, man. I'm out.
Yeah, fuck that, man. Especially like right after getting a new cushion.
Yeah.
So we got that one for free because we have like an insurance thing on it.
Yeah.
But I don't think I can get another free one for a coffee stain.
They'll be like, look, quit fucking up these goddamn cushions.
Yeah. I'm hoping, because the thing is, we have a new cushion, so the one that was already fucked up could be replaced, and that one could just be flipped over.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, look, this is all you, man. You got to figure this out because I'm not going to be an accomplice in none of this fucking story because I'm not going to have you getting yelled at by your lady, and then she's like, you go, oh, well, Steve helped me figure it out. Steve didn't help shit.
Steve came up with the plan.
No, Steve didn't come up with a goddamn thing. No.
In fact, Steve was here, and he knocked that shit out of my hand. That's where the stain came from.
Man, you better blame it on fucking Tufts.
I thought about it.
She won't get mad at the cat. Be like the cat jumped up.
My first thought was, I could blame this on Tufts.
Yeah, you blame it on the cat.
He jumped up and knocked my coffee over.
Because my man ain't going to talk back. So guess what? The story's safe as long as you don't fuck up, get drunk, and like tell the truth.
She knows me too well, dude. She will see right through that fucking lie.
She'll look at Tufts, and Tufts will be like this. Be like, see,
He'll
Tufts
point.
ain't no.
Pick his paw up and point at me.
Yeah, you just see the paw come up, and you see one nail come out like this. Be like, see, that's how you know Tufts. You're lying about my man here. Like,
No, I'm just gonna have to own up to it.
but look, I apologize.
Like a good boy.
Can you make like a good dinner to like soften the blow? Of course, she'd probably be like, "Why are you making a good dinner?"
I can't cook.
Oh shit,
What the fuck
man! You
am I
better
gonna make
like
her? Some
order
pancakes?
Olive Garden Grubhub and then just put it in a plate, like pretend like you made it.
I'll get a pizza.
No, get a pizza.
A good one, not Papa John's.
Yeah, fuck that. No, you got to go to like some of these New York style places.
Got a fucking Pie Pushers,
Yeah.
Enzo's.
Some shit, not Papa John's, Domino's. I mean, Pizza Hut's got a Philly cheesesteak pizza now. I saw a commercial during the playoff games.
Sounds foul.
Yeah, it's like
All like the fast food pizza places, like their specialty pizzas suck ass, dude. Even like Jets, like which is like a higher tier.
I just
pizza
like
place.
Jets deep dish pepperoni. That's it. Like, don't put no extra shit on it, just pepperoni.
That's the thing with fucking Jets, man. Keep it simple. They use good ingredients, but like it gets too heavy. You can't be fucking with it like a meat lovers or none of
Yeah.
that shit.
No, because I mean, it's too. To me, it's just like too thick because it's the deep dish.
Their thin's good.
Yeah, I'm not big on thin pizzas. The only pizza I like that was ever thin crust was like the spinach Alfredo from Papa John's, like back in the day.
Ugh.
I like that as a fucking thin.
Gross.
You can't get that as a regular because it just tastes like shit.
Lately, I've been hearing people fucking praise Domino's. Fuck that shit.
Like they're coming back or something.
Domino's is the worst fast food pizza you could possibly, at least in this area.
Yeah, at least our area. Maybe in other areas it's better.
In the last like 5 years, I've ordered it like 3 times. Every single fucking time, the pizza comes all fucking like smushed up and fucked up. There's way too much sauce. It's disgusting, son.
Or maybe your delivery guy tilted it and all the cheese went like.
It's
the fuck
all
is
fucked
going
up.
on?
And every time I fucking call and I talk to the manager, I'm like, hey, like I'll bring it up there if we can just replace you. Like, what do you want me to do? That's what the response at Domino's
I want your
is.
dumbass to go fix me another fucking
Like,
pizza.
I just want a fucking pizza, homie. Like, I'm not even trying to like shit on y'all. I know shit happens, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm not being a dick
like
about
I
it.
will bring it to you. You don't even got to send a driver.
Yeah.
Just make another one and I'll drive to you.
Well, that's what happens when you get these people that don't make good wages. They're like, we don't give a fuck about you and your fucking pizza.
I don't know. Like, I've worked at a few pizza places. And I've never had that mentality. Like, every time someone's had a problem, I'm just like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And you take care of the goddamn problem. It's easier that way.
It'd be different if it's the same motherfucker with the same fucking problems.
Every time. Yeah.
Like,
I
guess
did,
what?
dude. When I worked at Jets back in the day, there was this fucking, like, hippie dude who started as a driver. And his first day, I think it was his first day, probably I don't know if it was his first delivery, but I was going out to take a delivery and like right after he was. So I was right behind him. I saw this motherfucker. You know what pizza bags look like, motherfuckers. He did this. He threw it over his shoulder. I was like, and I wasn't like a manager or anything, but I was like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I mean, dude, that's just common sense.
Yeah.
Like, that's not even like professionalism or anything. That's
I don't
just
even give
like,
a shit. It was like,
you can't just throw a
food.
pizza over your shoulder
No.
and make it goddamn vertical.
That's not how it works.
Has to stay horizontal.
Yeah. I mean, you can't throw any food like that over. Be
True.
Like, oh man, I got.
You shouldn't be throwing food.
Like-
Well, like, you know, you got some sandwiches or something. You could probably do that and it's fine. But a pizza needs to stay goddamn level, man.
Yeah, like-
the moment it turns vertical, it just falls over.
Well, that was like when I was down at Myrtle Beach and my kid and Josh went and got pizza and they went walking to get it and they came back and when I opened the pizza, like all the cheese was tilted. I was like, who the fuck was carrying the pizza?
Put it under their arm.
Yeah, like I was like, what? Did it not dawn on you? You got to keep it level, like he's saying. It's not a magic show, man. You can't just be like,
This
man,
is
I got
common sense.
I got this
goddamn.
large pizza. Let me put it under my like a book. Like what?
Like, the sauce isn't glue. Like
No.
you turn it upside, it's gonna all slide to one fucking.
And then they were like, well, you can still eat it. I'm like, what? I'm gonna eat the fucking dough and then take a handful
Yeah.
of cheese.
First off,
like,
of course I could eat it.
this ain't
you
finger food like
fucking
that, motherfucker.
Ass clown. Of course I could eat it.
Put the cheese back on.
It's the principle.
It don't work like that. Like, oh, let me get. Man, why don't you just put all the cheese in a fucking another container and then
like,
I can just mix it?
I didn't order a pizza salad,
Yeah.
asshole.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
Like, what the fuck?
Making me work for this fucking food. Like, no, I just want to grab it and go.
At Jets, I one time had a pizza miracle.
A pizza miracle.
Oh, yeah. So, like, our big area was, like, going up Creedmoor. You know how that area is, like, way up Creedmoor. Not like
Yeah.
the suburban area. Like, you go into, like, the nice neighborhoods, and there's not really much out there. Well, that stretch, like, right after 540 is, like, dark. It's, like, pitch black.
Oh yeah.
So, like, there's, like, a few houses there, though. And you can't really tell which one's which. So, it was a cheese pizza. It was late. Like, it was, like, almost at closing. I go up. I drive in through the driveway. I didn't know if it was the fucking place because all the lights were off. It was dark as shit. So I put the pizza bag on the trunk of my car.
Yeah.
And then I'm calling the dude, trying to see if this is the place because there was like weird directions. Like I needed to go to the side door.
Yeah.
There was no side door. So he's like, you're at the wrong fucking house. I think you're at my neighbor's house. I'm like, okay, cool. So again, it's at closing. I'm like rushing. I'm like, fuck this shit. I
Yeah.
gotta fucking go. So I just get in my car and I drive away. the pizza
It's still on the
is
back.
still on the fucking back of my goddamn car.
Oh shit.
And I'm hauling ass. Like, I'm flying down this fucking driveway. I fucking kick it into the fucking on Creedmoor, which is a busy ass road, and I'm flying down. I cross the bridge, and I go to the next house. And I get there, and the pizza, and I look over into my passenger side.
There ain't no pizza.
It ain't no fucking pizza. I get out, pizza ain't on my fucking car, not in the back seat. I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm standing there for a second, just like, what the fuck? I was like, where the fuck? I was like, I must have left it at the other house. So I drive back to the other house. It's not fucking there. I'm like, fuck. Like, I'm freaking out.
Yeah.
At this moment, I'm just like, I need, like, I don't know how to explain.
Like, how does pizza just disappear?
Just like a pizza got abducted by aliens or some shit. Like, I don't know what the fuck to do. So I get back onto Creedmoor and I'm driving and I see the pizza bag. It's on the bridge.
Oh shit.
It's sitting like by the barrier on the bridge. So I pull over, I run and get it, and I come back. It was a miracle, son.
It was nothing wrong with it.
Was perfectly fine. It must have just like frisbeed off and landed perfectly. Pizza was perfectly fine, son.
Yeah.
Late as shit. It was
And
probably about 20 minutes late, but it was fine.
That's funny as shit.
And I showed up to the other guys. Like, he's high as hell. He didn't even know.
Yeah.
He's just like, oh, thanks, man.
I really wanted this pizza.
And nobody knew. I didn't tell a soul.
Yeah, no, until you just told everybody.
Yeah.
But it's a little
My
late
man
now.
did-
Can't get him in trouble. He don't work there.
Yeah, my man didn't know that pizza went on a journey.
That's awesome. At least it worked out for you. It could have been all fucked up.
I'm sure he didn't tip me.
He probably didn't.
Probably not.
It was probably fucking all.
$3.
Yeah, here you go, man. Here's $3. Well, that's what you get for $3. Frisbee pizza.
I wasn't even concerned about that. I was more concerned about, like, how am I going to explain
How this pizza got fucked
how
up.
a pizza... Now, if a pizza gets fucked up, you can explain that something happened. We got to remake it.
Yeah.
But a pizza disappears
Yeah.
with a pizza bag? I don't know how to explain that.
Magic. They not, if I can't explain
Chupacabra
it,
comes
magic.
out
Yeah.
of the woods, grabbed that shit and ran away.
You know, Bigfoot lives in these hills. Like, what hills?
Like, the amount of, like, lies that were, like, circulating my fucking mind, like, as I'm looking, I was like, there's gotta be some jackpot lie I can fucking, like, I got robbed or something.
You really felt bad for the homeless panhandler and just gave him the pizza.
Well, but then I'm gonna get fired. I don't know. There was no lie. I had
Yeah.
to find the pizza.
You
And
had to
thank
find the
God
pizza.
it didn't go over the bridge.
Yeah, because you'd have been fucked.
Yeah, I would have never found it.
Yeah, you just went back to the store and been like, I need another pizza ASAP.
Yeah, I guess I probably wouldn't have got fired. It was super hard to get fired at Jets.
Most jobs you feel is super hard. You got to like murder a motherfucker to get fired.
Yeah.
Because I just don't get it. Like places I work and shit, it's like people do stupid shit all the time. And it's like, how are you still here? But I guess like if you, no matter where you work, if you cost the company money, you're getting fired. Because they're like, all right, look.
True. Yeah.
If you're doing like little
Like
stupid
real
shit-
money. Yeah.
Yeah. Like if I go to a job, you know, like I was at Meta or whatever doing their wiring. You know, if I fuck that shit up and then they were like, get the fuck out of here and get all your people out, like y'all don't have the contract no more. You know, you're talking about that's hundreds of thousands of dollars, man. Yeah, somebody's getting fucking fired.
True. But yeah, you're right. It is hard to get fired. Like my first job when I was a teenager was Jiffy Lube, and that was the hardest place to get fired from. I don't think I ever saw someone get fired from there.
They just had to get this grown.
I had like physically put customers against the wall and like screaming at them, and I
Jesus.
didn't get fired.
asshole.
Not really, dude.
No,
Like you
not
know how
really.
people, you know how people are, man. Like this dude, listen, he probably didn't deserve to get thrown against the wall, but he was being an extra fucking dick.
Well, it's like if you're gonna get fired, like I heard a story this week where like at this one place, it's like a big data center. So like you can't be cutting wires in a fucking data center unless you are fucking 100% sure that wire needs to be cut. And I guess they had their escort was a dickhead who didn't like the guys working there. He wanted like his friend's company to come in. So he was like, oh yeah, cut that wire. And then like wouldn't come back to like double check it with him and shit. Just like, yeah, cut it. So they cut a wire. And then instead of, I guess this one dude just being honest, like, yo, this motherfucker told me to cut the wire. I cut said wire. And then this is what happens. Like, he tried to like backtrack and be like, well, I double checked it, make a lie up. So they fired him for lying because they found out what happened. Because like this place sent investigators to figure it out. Because this is the kind of shit that you cut a fiber, you're talking, it could be millions of dollars a fucking minute that they're losing. And this shit was, I guess, down for like half a fucking day and nobody knew about it because it didn't set an alarm off.
God damn.
So it's like, what the fuck? And then the guy that was supposed to be the escort or whatever, he got fired for lying about shit too. So it was like, then again, maybe if you were just honest and been like, look, I can't promise I double checked it or not, but this is the wire they said cut, just become clean with it, man. What's the worst gonna happen?
That's true, but I understand the panic.
Yeah.
Look,
especially
you got to save your fucking shit. You got to try to.
Yeah, but then again, it's like
I would have went in there with some of the I would have fashioned some pliers out of some rat teeth. I would have gone in there just
tried to squeeze them.
Just squeeze them a few times with the rat teeth.
But you
pliers.
can't do that. Like once he cut that fiber, you got to splice it back together. You got to do all sorts of shit. You can't just hold it together.
No. I'm saying to cover my ass, I would go in there with some pliers
that look
fashioned
like
out of rat teeth.
Yo, look, I can tell you right now, this data center, they ain't got fucking nothing in this fucking. Ain't no rat gonna get in here.
If it looks like it was eaten by rats, it was eaten by rats. No one's gonna suspect you to come in there with rat teeth pliers and fucking take care of business.
That's going a little extreme because they'll be like, this building's been here for fucking 20 years. We've never had a fucking rat problem. Well, guess what? Now you do.
I don't know what to tell you.
You better go fucking somewhere and find some rats and throw them in there. Run around.
Do you have any people you just fired who could have released a rat into your fucking data center?
Yeah, like you don't know.
You don't know, man.
They got pissed off.
You could just walk in there with a fucking pistol and just start shooting.
I don't know why. I never got fired from Hannaford, that fucking grocery store that used to be around here, because they'd have me work Saturday mornings, and I would sit in the fucking freezer, the milk freezer. And when you reach in to grab milk, I grab motherfuckers' arms. I was 15 years old. And then shit like that. Or I'd have a water gun and I'd squirt people. And you couldn't see me back there. So it's it's just we went to Sheets the other day. And I didn't know this. But this happened a while ago. But the other day, me and my coworker were talking about it. Because he was like, man, I don't see the lemonade I want, blah, blah. I was like, I'll go in that fucking cooler. And that's where he was like, you're not supposed to go in that cooler back there. Behind there where all the sodas and shit are. Yeah. The cooler behind it. He's like, you're not supposed to go there. I was like, show me on the motherfucking wall where there's a sign that says I ain't supposed to go back. I was like, because I've been back there, I don't even want to count how many times. Because if I don't see a monster or whatever I'm looking for, I want my ass right back there and just start looking through their stash.
Hey, why not?
And just grab it. And one morning I did it at 5:30 in the morning. And this dude was back there working. And he was like, you're not supposed to be back here. I said, I think we've already crossed this bridge. I was like, we're already past it.
We're already here, man.
It's 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah, I mean that fucking Monster Java.
Yeah,
right there.
That's what I did. I was like, yeah, let me get one, 2 of them Monster Javas. And he was like, okay. And he gave them to me. And then I was thinking after I left, I was like, so why do you have to make a sting about this? And then I was like, well, if Home Dude would have started at 3 in the morning stocking this shit for the people going to work in the morning, we wouldn't have had this conversation because I'd have just went like normal, grabbed my shit and left.
Yeah, I don't know what the problem is. Sheets across, at least up and down the East Coast, I've noticed, are fucking empty. Every time I've traveled, I've gone all the way down and I've gone all the way fucking up. Every goddamn Sheets.
It's like they're just missing shit.
Fucking empty. At least the drinks.
But then they always put the sticker up there.
But you can see the shit. If you look through, you can see the shit in the back.
And guess what? I will take it upon myself to walk in that motherfucking cooler and get what the fuck I see back there.
Sure.
It's already in the system. They'll ring it the fuck up. I'm not stealing it or nothing. It's not like I get it up to the counter and it's like, we don't know what the fuck this is. Yeah, you do. Motherfucking Monster player.
Well, Sheets got smart and they put the fucking self-scan shit.
That's some bullshit too. I'm tired of this fucking. I want W-2s from these companies. If I'm doing the fucking work, like Walmart, I got to go to self-checkout. And then it's like, okay, this is horse shit, but like Sheets. Like the one up there at TW Alexander, they got the self-checkouts. And they're right beside the thing. But you can't ask the people behind the counter, let me get some smokes while I'm self-checking out because they're like, oh, people have ruined that for you. How? I mean, you're right there. You hold it until they fucking payment processes. Why are you handing them shit and then walking? That's your fault.
Yeah.
That's not my fault. I mean, you start handing me shit, I walk the fuck out too. Like,
yeah, but like you could do that at the counter too.
Yeah, I
if
mean,
you
it's
wanted
like,
to.
And it's like also the sheets that's over there by like 40 and like PNC and shit. That fucking lady that works in there, god damn it, I want to slap her sometimes. And that sounds harsh because it's all self-checkout. They don't have a fucking lady at a register or a dude at a register. So I'm sitting there fucking early as fuck. And I'm like, I would like some smokes. And then they always give you that dirty ass look like I'm inconveniencing you. Bitch, it's your job.
Like you barely have a job.
Like,
okay?
You know what? I got no problem walking in that fucking cooler. Don't let me walk around this counter. I'll get my own fucking smokes.
Yeah, why not?
I'll just get me a sheet shirt, walk in there and be like, hey, everybody, what's up?
Yeah. That's why I love having a corner store right there.
Yeah.
So good.
But again, the corner store, there's no self-checkout. It's a person ringing you the fuck up.
Yeah, it's a person. Some fucking Middle Eastern dudes who fucking own the place. They're cool as shit. Like, I got to talking to them about fucking, like, Delta 8 and all that kind of shit and fucking weed and shit.
Yeah.
Because I go up there and buy cigarettes all the time. Like, to the point where I walk in, they already have my shit. And he's like, hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
And he holds up some fucking Delta 8 fucking gummies, some strong-ass ones. He's like, you take these.
He just gave them to you?
Yeah.
Nice.
I was like, hell yeah.
You take these.
I was like, fuck yeah, bro.
But I was like, what was it, Thursday?
You're not going to get that at Sheets. That's all I'm fucking saying.
Actually, I was at Sheets fucking Thursday, and fucking, I was walking by. It was me and my coworker. And my coworker, like, what happened was the lady came out with 2 bags of food, right? So, you know, I'm thinking she's going to be like order number 82. Somebody's going to be like, me, and you give them the food, right? Well, I was just happened to be walking up. I was like, that's mine. Thank you. She didn't even say a number, though. And then she was like, you want some wings? I was like, what? My coworker's like, the fuck are you doing? Taking people's food? I was like, they're going to hand it out. I'll take it. Like,
you fucking dick.
But no, it was like, she gave us, me and my buddy, like 6 wings in like boom boom sauce or whatever. I was like, okay. And then somebody else that gave them a free fucking coffee. Like, I don't know if this lady was disgruntled and just giving shit out. Like,
it's either that or they just like accidentally made some shit.
yeah, so I was like, fuck it, man. I'll take some free chicken wings, man. I ain't gonna fight this.
I used to do that shit when I was like in my, like when I worked at Jimmy John's when I was like 18. I used to do that shit all the time. If I made a sandwich and no one was there, I was like, you want a fucking sandwich?
Yeah, like when Josh worked at like one Quiznos left in fucking town, the one at Falls Village or whatever I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
He used to work there, man. I used to go there and help him close the place. Yeah, I was closing it all right. I was closing it, making a fucking toasted BLT going through the toaster. I get a sandwich for my fucking troubles because I went on the payroll. But everybody did that back in the day.
Yeah, I mean, I would assume people still are doing that shit. Dude, I used to do that at Jimmy John's, like, because I was a delivery driver, but I also did everything else. Like, I cut meat, I made sandwiches, I did all that shit. So, like, when it was busy, I would hop on the like the line where you like make sandwiches, and I would make a sandwich and then just put it in with the other with the delivery that I was gonna take, and then put an extra. I'd put an extra chips in there and a cookie, and then I would sit there, dude. I used to get in so much shit there because I was the only person who worked. I was the only driver who would work doubles, so I worked doubles every day. But I was always like out on delivery way too fucking long because of shit like that. Yeah. I'd be like out like eating a sandwich like in a parking lot, not giving a shit. And one time, dude, I got in a lot of trouble because I went to I delivered to the loft. It was a ground floor loft, and this guy, his whole job was making beer pong tables.
Yeah.
And I delivered his sandwich, and he was like, you want a beer? And I was like, all right.
Yeah.
So I had like 3 or 4 beers with this guy. Dude, it had been like 45 minutes. I was like chilling with this dude while he's making beer pong tables. My fucking boss, he's like, where the fuck are you?
Where are you?
I mean, this is like lunch. Like, it's the busiest time.
Yeah, where
like,
are you?
Like, man, I'm fucking stuck in traffic. I'm literally a mile away. I'm on fucking Millbrook.
I'm stuck in traffic, man.
Yeah, I'm trapped out here, bro.
I remember fucking talking about sub places. We went to a sub place down in South Carolina. And I don't get this, man. Like, they had on the menu meatball fucking sub. These motherfuckers straight up told us, I was like, my coworker was like, I would like a meatball sub. And we're sitting like this, you know, and then they go, well, it's not in season. I said, man, when the fuck are meatballs in season? I was like, what season is meatball season? I'm like, if you got hamburger meat, you just bought the fuck out of that meatball. I was like, and they were like, we don't know. We'll let you know. I was like, what do you mean you don't know? What season? So, like, literally, we were working down there for a year. So, this was like spring we asked for this shit. So, summer came around. We're like, yo, you got some meatballs? They're like, no, it's not the season. I'm like, got the fall. Finally, it got to, like, winter, and they had a meatball. They were like, we have enough for a 6-inch. I was like, what? Where's all the meatballs going? Like, that was our goal to be like.
What kind of meat are you using for these meatballs?
Like, what season?
Penguin meat?
Yeah,
like,
it's going down. That meatball season. Like, there's a season. And it was funny because, like, my one coworker, he kind of, like, ditzy as shit. But he was the one, because, like, you know how I get, we'll just look at you like, the fuck did you just say? He was the one that actually went, there's a season? And I'm like, well, that's what I'm wondering, man. I'm like, the fuck did you just say?
Subway ain't got seasons.
Yeah,
What's up with your shit?
Like, what
Where the fuck are you getting your meat?
Yeah, I was like, God damn it.
When is beef out of season?
Yeah, like, I don't get it. I was like, you got, you know, the Philly cheesesteak meat, shit like that. I was like, but you ain't got meatballs?
Like, bitch, it is all the same shit.
Like, I was like, come the fuck on with you people, man. Like, just say you don't want to make a meatball fucking sub. I mean, how hard is it? You just throw them in there.
That's crazy. Meatball subs are the most popular sub.
Obviously not
That's
in this
what
fucking place.
Everybody wants a meatball sub.
Meatball season.
Because we don't have like delis and shit like that.
No.
Sadly. What we have though is like good like mom and pop barbecue spots. We do have that.
Yeah, those places are banging. And that's why we got bellies on us, because we enjoy them. Look, man, y'all can have your body by Jake. I got my body by fucking Steve. This is a lot of beer. You know how much money I put into this fucking love tank right here? No.
Dude, I'm trying to get rid of it. It's not.
It don't work that way, man.
It's difficult.
Because you think, when we were kids, you just sit your little ass outside and just sweat all fucking day and it didn't bother you.
True.
Now you walk outside 3 minutes, you start sweating, you're like, this is horse shit.
I also went from like a very physical job to a completely non-physical job.
Well,
so I gained like 30 pounds.
It's your own damn fault.
Fuck you, Steve.
For a fucking walk.
I do.
Lazy fuck. What, to the fridge?
No. I walked to the fucking corner store.
Bathroom. I walk a block and I'm like, woo! See that? I mean, I stay in check because my job sometimes is physical, you know? And I know, like I was telling you, in a few weeks, them manholes are not going to be fun, man, trying to pull fiber through that shit. I'm going to be out there fucking dying.
Good. Hope you suffer.
I probably will. I'll probably die in that
making
manhole.
fun of me for being fat, you piece
Look,
of shit.
Come work with me, man. You'll sweat fucking to the oldies.
I'm slowly getting back into the fucking motions of like doing some workouts. It's not going great. I'm going to be honest with you.
It's tough. Like they told us at work, they were like, we had like our little monthly team meeting and shit, and they're like going over like heat injuries and shit, and they were like, dress to be comfortable, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, man, fuck this. When I'm doing that outdoor work, I'm going to be in a fucking banana hammock, man, because I'm going to be hot as fuck trying to move some shit.
Yeah, I guarantee that summer's about to be brutal as
it's going to be fucking ridiculous. Like the places I'm about to go are new buildings with like construction, no AC. I'm going to be an angry man. I ain't trying to fucking drink and then go to work the next day. Nope.
Have fun.
I'll be out there dying. But where's Steve at? Fucking dead in a fucking corner. Just fucking pissing sweat.
Yeah, have fun with that.
I hate that shit.
Although sometimes I miss that shit.
I mean, I guess it keeps you in check, but God, it's miserable
Well,
as fuck.
I just miss physical work. I don't know. Something simple about it. Something nice.
I mean, yeah, a lot of the time it's good, but then, you know, there are some days where you're just like, dude, I ain't in the mood for this.
It is most days.
Most days.
If you're honest with yourself, it's most days.
You're just like, God. But you know what, though? But you got to do it. It's got to get done.
But that's what's good about it.
Yeah.
Like, it's a forced workout. You have to do it. You have no choice.
Exactly.
It's not like you sit on the couch and like, man, I need to go to the gym. No, there's none of that.
No.
Like, I got a job to do.
I'm getting paid for this, son. Paid,
I got to do this shit.
If I want to get my fucking shekels, like my fucking wooden nickels, they'll be like, no, man, y'all need to give me a fucking raise. I need like $10 extra an hour.
It's hot outside. Dude, I remember, God damn it, when I was talking about Jiffy Lube working there, I remember like, because it's all outside.
Yeah.
There's no inside.
Yeah, there's inside, but it's still outside.
There's no working inside.
No.
All right. Their like solution to like the North Carolina summer heat was like, y'all got to be careful, drink your water. All they did, like they made a huge deal about it. We had to have meetings and all this shit, talk about you need to stay hydrated. They just put one of those Gatorade coolers outside, put a little bit of ice in it. That shit was melted as fuck, bro. It was just lukewarm. There's a water fountain inside.
Like, what the fuck?
Like, do I want hot water out of a fucking Gatorade cooler, or can I just walk inside and get cold?
Why didn't y'all's dumbasses pull it inside into the shade? You just left it outside, or was it stationed out
I wasn't drinking that shit.
Oh, I wasn't drinking that shit.
There's a water fountain right there. Cold ass water. I don't care that the customers see me in there getting water. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, what the fuck? Like, hey, y'all got to drink too. I never understood that about jobs where it's like, we don't want y'all smoking because the customer see. What? The customer smokes.
Oh, we didn't give a shit about that.
Yeah, fuck you.
Most of us would smoke weed in the fucking lower bay.
Yeah, they'd be like, we don't want you eating around the customer. What? Are we fucking robots, man? What? They don't eat either?
Dude, the week before I started there, that Jiffy Lube got raided by the fucking cops.
God damn. Drugs.
It was drugs, yeah.
It must have been fucking.
That guy ran away and they never found him again.
What guy? The guy that they were like after?
Yeah, well,
one of the workers?
Yeah, because every week, like a couple times a week, there was a church right across the street, and these fucking cops would detectives would sit at the church and watch the Jiffy Lube.
You can see the fuckers clear as day.
And then they would come over every time they would come over. These dudes they had to have been detectives because like they were driving like a fucking green, like I don't know how to describe this color. It's like a super dark green Lincoln with like sparkles in it. And they kept their jackets in the back seat. They looked like they were from the 70s.
Yeah.
And they were old. It was like an old black man and an older white guy. And they both they had like...
It's fucking Murtaugh and Riggs,
they weren't like wearing like... They weren't wearing like like a black suit, right? They were wearing like oranges and purples, you know?
Suits?
Yeah. And they would keep their shit. I remember a hat and a jacket in the back seat. And they would get out of their fucking green Lincoln and put their jackets and hats on and come over and talk to us.
Who the fuck was casing y'all? Dolomite?
I don't know.
Like, what the fuck?
It was weird to me.
But up a shaft.
Like even then, like as like a 17-year-old, I was like, what is
going on?
Am I in a
here?
TV show? Like, what the fuck is going on?
Get on the hood, little Phil. Like, ah!
And they would ask us about this guy that I don't even know who the fucking this guy is.
Yeah.
Like no one can find him. Like, I don't care. He could be dead somewhere. Like,
yeah, the cartel got him.
Like, I don't give a shit. I think he was like a low-level fucking weed dealer. Why do you guys give a shit?
Yeah, like what the fuck?
The fuck, man?
He's little fish. Shouldn't y'all be worried about the big fish? Like, where's he getting his shit from? And maybe that's why they wanted him.
I think he was dealing coke, but like still, who gives a shit?
Yeah,
like what the fuck? You wouldn't deal that much coke.
Yeah, you're not a fucking damn member of any cartel or any
shit was nonsense.
High fucking organization.
They had nothing else to do.
Taxpayer dollars.
Meanwhile, there's like 3 employees behind the dumpster smoking a blunt. Like you ain't doing shit.
Yeah, like, hey, you smell that?
God damn. I remember one time, little Brian worked with me. He got high as shit. He smoked a blunt with this Ninja Turtle looking ass motherfucker behind the dumpster. And he smoked a blunt. They came back. He was fucking blazed out of his goddamn mind. And he got into an SUV to drive it into the bay. And he drove that shit. He drove it inside.
In sideways?
He like came in at an angle. And that shit was balancing on 2 wheels. Like, you could, like, literally, like, seesaw it back and forth. Yeah,
and it didn't get fucked up?
No, this dude, Rodney, who had worked there forever, he jumped in and fixed it, luckily. But the guy who owned it, he was, because, like, you've been in a Jiffy Lube, there's glass windows. You can see everything. You can just watch what's happening. Yeah. He was just standing there fucking dumbfounded.
Like, what the fuck?
Because little Brian is like this fucking tall.
Yeah, he's like yay tall.
Why is this dude driving my car? Why is his fucking eyes as red as the devil's dick? What the fuck?
Like, well, god damn it.
I don't know why he got in the fucking car to begin with. He was a lower bay tech. He wasn't supposed to be driving.
He was high as shit. He was like, fuck it, I'm going to handle this. Oh, man.
That shit was, like, at first, it is nerve-wracking. Like, learning how to, like... Yeah, it's super easy, but, I mean, like, there's a hole. Like, a big-ass hole.
Yeah.
Like,
so you're down there doing this shit.
So it is kind of nerve-wracking driving cars in there. At first.
And then you get used to it. You're just like... That shit funny as hell. See, I always worked at like grocery stores and shit like that, so not like we did any. We did stupid shit, but it wasn't that stupid.
One more story about Jiffy Lube, because Brian got fucked up. Like, speaking of little Brian, he got annihilated. Like, his first week there, they were manager shift happened. This lady Jessica, like right when I started, I think is right when she started as manager, I think. She was not very good at working on cars. I'm just put it this way.
Yeah.
Little Brian started working. He was being trained as a lower bay, but also like we would do like coolant flushes and stuff like that. So he was being trained to do that. This car comes in. Mind you, it is the middle of summer in North Carolina. This car is hot, son.
Yeah.
She did not. She just pulled the cap off for the coolant.
Yeah.
And what happens when you do that? It fucking erupts in a geyser of hot coolant.
Yeah.
Into little Brian's face. She's teaching him, so he's over the shit, and she just pulls it off, and it geysers into his fucking face. Hot coolant.
God damn.
From a car that was just driven there.
Yeah. So, like, was he out of work?
Like, dude, like, first off, little Brian's a little dramatic. I fucked him up a couple times. He gets pretty dramatic about shit. So,
he gets dramatic about shit.
No, this time it's probably warranted because when that shit hit his face,
it's probably hot as fuck, man.
Dude, it's insanely hot.
Yeah.
Like, burn your fucking skin hot. Like, it's... I watched it happen. I was standing there. It sprays into his face, and he immediately whips around and he goes to the ground. He goes, ah! Screaming. Like, ah! Dude, there's people around. And there's a flush sink, like, right to the side of the fucking first bay. And he runs over there, and he just flushing his face for fucking whatever. He ended up being fine, but it was hilarious.
Did that girl get in trouble?
No, she was the boss.
What the fuck?
No one held her accountable.
I've been like, God damn.
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it when I saw her pull it off or like twist it off.
Yeah.
I was like, that's not right.
Oh, God. That's not right.
But it happened too fast. It happened way too fast.
Maybe she wanted to fuck little Brian up, man.
I guess, dude. I felt terrible for him.
Because that shit, no, man. He could have had, like, fucking skin burns and shit.
Oh, I'm surprised he didn't. If he did, he might have. I don't know.
Yeah, that's fucking nuts, though, man. I'd have fucked that lady up when I got back to...
I mean, he's fine. He's perfectly fine. But, I mean, like, just the way he reacted. He's screaming, dude.
See, I ain't never had no fucking shit like that. Because, you know, shit like that don't happen in the supermarkets, man. Bad shit don't happen. If it does, like, I want around.
Yeah, they're, like... Burns were like the thing that happened all the time. Oil, coolant.
I always wanted to work in like the deli or like the meat department and like have fake blood and just have it shoot out and shit. But
I watched people at Jimmy John's fucking cut parts of their finger off multiple times.
That's fucking wild.
One on the slicer and one on the bread knives.
Yeah, you ain't doing that shit right, man. That slicer.
Yeah, because like people got too comfortable with it. That was the problem.
Yeah.
Like people would get super comfortable and then slice part of their fucking finger off.
I mean, like I like watching the slicer. Like when I'm at Jersey Mike's and shit. I'm like, that's fucking cool as shit. But I'll be like,
yeah, I hated doing it because I'm clumsy.
yeah.
So like I had to be like, you couldn't if you tried to distract me, I would tell you to go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Because I am the motherfucker
That
who will cut my finger off.
my shit off. That's like when we were in like junior year or whatever in shop class with the sander. And fucking goddamn Josh, I remember he turned the belt sander on and he was like, "What's this do?" And just stuck his finger.
Jesus,
What the hell, son? Like
my brother almost died because of that sander. That same sander you're talking about.
yeah. I was like, why would you touch it, man? And then there was another time where I was like the little stool I got that I made that I still got at my house now, but it has like edges that are like this instead of like this.
Right.
Because when I was going to cut it, lo and behold, Josh came up and was like, "Hey!" And I ended up, and I cut my finger. I was like, God, why are you running up on people with a fucking bandsaw?
My brother's shirt got caught in that.
Oh, shit. And they tried to take him with it.
It did. He had massive fucking cuts going around his back.
Did they have to cut the shirt off of him, or did they just...
They had to cut it, yeah.
God damn, like, that's fucking... But they don't have shop class no more. Last I heard, they were like, "No, we got rid of that shit."
But they didn't have shop when I went.
Yeah, it's like, nope. Like, we got to cut that shit the fuck out.
I had to take home ec. Which is fine. I made some fucking homemade pasta.
Yeah, I had to take a class like that because I never signed up for classes. Like how at the end of a year they'd be like, "Sign up for what you want next year." I never signed up, so I kind of just got like the leftovers. And then I got like a home ec one time or whatever, and it was like make food, make biscuits, and make shit. And I was like, I don't give a fuck. I'm eating. Like,
easy class. I took 2 years of it.
yeah, fucking easy credits, man. Like, guess what? Like I used to tell people,
and you're right. You get to fucking eat shit.
You go take your fucking calculus. Have fun with that. I'm fucking making biscuits, son.
Making pasta, pies, biscuits, meringue.
Guess what I need in this life? If I knew then what I know now, I made the right choice. Because I'd rather know biscuits because I don't know dick about calculus, and I sure as fuck ain't doing that for my job.
I never took calculus.
You know? That's what I'm saying. So I graduated with, you had to have like, what was it, like 4 maths, I think, or 3? I think it was 3 because I had pre-algebra, algebra 1 part 1, and algebra 1 part 2, and I graduated. I was like, psh.
Yeah, I don't even remember what's after that.
I want to say there's like geometry.
Oh wait, no, you have to take geometry. I'm pretty sure
You have to
because
now?
I took pre 1 and 2, algebra 1 and 2, and geometry.
Thank God I got out of school before that bullshit because, like I said, the minute you enter the alphabet with numbers, I don't give a fuck about finding X.
Really? That was before my senior year.
Well, no, I'll tell you, like, when I went, it was like I said, pre-algebra, algebra 1, part 1, and then part 2 was my third one. And I was good. I didn't have to take geometry, calculus, none of that shit.
You took no math in sophomore or...
Yeah.
Or
I took pre-algebra like ninth grade.
Junior and senior year, you took no math?
Yeah. No, I did. Because, like, my grade was weird. It went, like, my 4-year high school was 9, 10, half 11, half 12, graduated on time. Because I failed, like, 9th grade the first time with, like, half my classes. But, like I said, my maths were, I only needed 3. So, technically, if I'd have done it right, I wouldn't have had to take a math senior year. But, like I said, it was them low-level maths. And that was okay. They were like, yeah, that's fine. I was like, all right, cool. Because I can't tell you shit about geometry, calculus, none of that. Nope. I'm good, man.
Dude, geometry pissed me off. I failed it the first time. I didn't like the teacher. She was a nice lady. She was just very like monotone. I could not. I just like she looked like she hated her fucking job.
What was her name?
I can't remember. She wasn't that old. She was probably like in her 30s when I went. I don't know her fucking name.
Yeah.
But I failed because I couldn't pay attention and didn't do any of the fucking work. They put me in her fucking class again.
Round 2, motherfucker.
I was like, you shitting me right now?
Guess what time it is, baby?
Because I got super lucky with algebra where the teacher was like, just come in early and we'll do some like tutoring shit.
Yeah.
And I passed fine. Geometry? No, the lady wasn't tutoring shit.
She didn't give a fuck.
She give a fuck. And I had to take your class 2 goddamn times.
Second time's the charm, Phil.
I think I failed that time too.
God damn, son. You know, fucking English. I didn't mind English. I didn't like the fucking term papers. My goddamn 8-page term paper was a lie. I chose China. And I put...
Just in general, China.
Well, we had to do like a country. And I literally fucking took the pages out of Encyclopedia Britannica. And it was like the page 40 to like 48. And I wrote that down as like, this is where I found shit on 42, shit like that. And I was like, the chief export is fucking rice. Now, maybe it is. I was making this shit up because to me, it was like, lady, you got to read 100 plus fucking 8-page term papers. You're not going to read this in a fucking 3-week period.
True. As long as
I'm going to get through the system. As long as you sound like you know what you're talking about, you're golden.
As long as it's coherent, yeah. It'll be fine.
Like I said, like when it was like you had to have 8 pages, so you had to like space it or whatever. It was like, I didn't have no conjunctions. Like there was no can't or don't.
Cannot.
That shit became do not,
Sure.
cannot. Like I'm spacing this bad boy the fuck out. Yeah. And so, like I said, my 8-page term paper.
Actually, I think I had to. I think I had to write that same fucking paper. Was it probably around like sophomore, junior year?
That was my senior year. That was like my senior term paper.
Did you have that kind of like round super Christian lady as your fucking
I had Miss
teacher?
Waldo.
No, I didn't.
And she had the Waldo doll that we hung from the projection cord. And we never saw that Waldo doll again.
Because that's one of the reasons why I left too. In my junior year, I had to write a similar paper. It was like an 8-9 page paper on like a country or something like that. And the teacher, she was like, if you do this, I can't remember her name. She sucked ass. She was like, if you do this, you'll pass. And I did. I wrote like a 9-page paper. It was actually a pretty good paper. And she failed me anyways.
You bitch!
And I remember getting my report card and then, like seeing it and like I was like, you said you would pass me if I wrote like a decent paper. She was like, yeah, I lied. And I gave her the finger and I walked her out. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? She was insanely Christian to the point of like illegally bringing her like minister husband into a class to like give like sermons and shit like that.
What the fuck?
Yeah. And she hated anybody who looked any kind of like punkish or edgy in any way.
Yeah.
Fucking hated
like
them.
God forbid, let kids be kids, man.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus. She's probably hating life now, the way the world's going.
Oh, yeah.
God, she's probably losing her shit.
She's probably dead.
Like,
had a fucking
if she's
heart
still
attack.
sitting there working, she's like, let me bring my husband in. You got this, like, kids with fucking identity crisis. Like, she's losing her shit.
Hopefully, Steve. Yeah. Hopefully, she's lost her fucking mind.
Like me, like you think, like when we were in high school, like if kids, it won't really like. I mean, maybe we had trans kids, we just didn't know, but it was kind of like
I did.
Yeah, but like there were so few and far between, but nobody like.
There were real trans kids, though. They weren't like the bullshit, like some of the bullshit like actors you see now.
But they didn't like throw it out at you either. It was kind of like, okay, that kid's this or whatever.
Well,
so
like most like real fucking trans people who have like real
they don't throw it out there.
Issues like, well, they're not trying to like, they're trying to like fit in as that gender. They're not trying to like be like, this is how I identify. Like, no, it's like, no, like I am just going to be this fucking gender.
Yeah, because like, I mean, you got to think, like when I was in high school, it was like the mid-90s. And I mean, hell, gay people were around for the beginning of the goddamn time. Mm-hmm. We had gay kids in there, and like some people would fuck with them or whatever, but most of the time they were just chill. We were just fucking kids, man. Nobody bought into the bullshit.
Most of the gay kids I grew up with in school were scrappy as shit.
Oh yeah, because you got to think,
like if you talk shit to them about it, they would fight you.
Yeah, because like, they had to stick up for it.
They would not give a shit.
They had to stick up for it because God knows how much they got fucked with before. But then again, it was like nowadays, how everybody's saying like anti-bullying and shit like that. And it's like some shit, yeah, I could agree with. You went too far with the bullying, but it's just like rites of passage. It's growing up. But,
some of it's just talking shit.
Yeah, talking shit. Now, granted, like
you could take it too far.
Yeah, you take it too far. All right, motherfucker, you need an ass whooping. But you know, if you're just talking shit to each other, dude, that's life, man. Guess what? Yeah. You like get tough skin, man. Because guess what? If you think it's this bad, wait till you get to the fucking real world, my man. You're about to be culture fucking shocked.
Yeah. The big thing growing up, like the new like wave shit, was being bisexual.
Yeah.
That was like the thing.
And it was funny. Like,
the trend.
I remember back then people were like, I'm bisexual. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Like,
It's like,
do you, man?
cool. Can I watch you fuck another chick or something? Or
Yeah, like,
what does this mean for me?
yeah, like, why you throwing at me? I don't give two shits what you up to.
Yeah.
You want a titty in the mouth? You want a penis in the mouth? That's on you.
Are we
man.
gonna
Do
be
you?
having threesomes? Like open? Like what's happening?
Yeah. Like,
Does this mean I get more pussy, or does this not mean I get more pussy? Do I get less pussy?
like you're throwing it out like, okay, like what here you go. Be like, oh, you're bisexual. I'm heterosexual. You know, I mean, I don't know what we're supposed to go with this, but like,
Fuck that. I'd be like, I'm bisexual too, baby.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Me and you, two other chicks.
be like bitch, I'm lesbian. I like
Yeah,
chicks.
I'm gay as shit for other women. What's up?
I'm gay as shit for other women. But you know, like back in the 90s, or like back when we were growing up, it wasn't like today with all these different things. It was just
No, it's pretty.
you were gay, bisexual.
Yeah.
It was very limited.
Yeah, it didn't get murky. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like there was no like real gray areas.
No, like I remember one kid, like I didn't know this till years later. He was in our class. And he was a gay kid. Whatever, man. I mean, he was chill dude, shit like that. Nobody gave a fuck about him. He was in like band and shit like that. But years after high school, this motherfucker got arrested because he had like HIV and like I think he might have like raped some motherfucking people.
Ugh.
Like, what the fuck? Like, you went off the rails of the crazy train, my man.
It happens.
That's some weird shit right there. Like, yo, what happened in your life? Because I think he had like a good job and shit like that, man. That's some fucking
He's just fucked up in the head, dude.
some dirty ass fucking crazy shit, man. You pushed this motherfucker too far. Payback. Like, I don't know. You know, I mean, I like to go around and stab some motherfuckers, but guess what? Common sense kicks in because I don't really think I want to live in a cell.
True.
And eat Chef Boyardee or ramen, whatever the fuck they serving you.
Oh, I can live off Chef Boyardee. Let's not get it twisted.
Some ravioli.
Me and Watson went up to this fucking sick ass ramen place the other day.
Ramen?
It was good.
Oh, I'll tear it up.
Hey, good ramen's the shit.
Yeah. Well, we might need to end this motherfucker.
Yeah, we've been going.
Yeah, we're going to have to fucking save some stories for later about school and shit. And if y'all would like to hear us talk about school or old jobs or what the fuck, anything, let us know. That's how I look at it. Because, you know, we can ramble about anything and everything.
Yeah, if you're listening, hit us up at trashferbrains@gmail.com. That's trashferbrains@gmail.com. If you're watching, hit us up with a comment. Any topics that you want, any movies that you want us to do for our regular episodes, cryptids, urban legends, scary stories, all that shit.
He covered all the bases. I'm good.
Peace.
I'm going to go kick this dude in the dick.
2, please.
How you going to say 2, please, after I say I'm going to kick you in the dick?